Yo, what it is, gamers, and all you beautiful peeps. Welcome back to episode 94 of the weekly patch notes. It's your boy, as always, Tamaziri from X2 Skip, bringing you the lovely, juicy stuff that's happened in the past week. Joined with me, as always, is Kid Kojo. What's good, fam?
Chillin', bro. How you doing?
We're good, bro. We're good. And with us, we also have Maxwell. What's up, homie?
Yo, what is good?
We Gucci, bro. We Gucci. All right. And yeah, as you guys already know, we do this every week. You know what I'm saying? Give you guys the good shit. So please do leave a like and subscribe to keep up to date with what's going on in life. And before we get started, as always, does anyone have any admin or things they want to announce?
No.
Yes, I've been checking out Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, but we can get into details with regards to that in the gaming corner.
Oh yeah, Gucci. All right, for me, I got nothing. All right, well, let's get into it. Starting with the gaming news. Max, what's been going on, bro?
Yeah, so this week, not really much has been happening, but there is one thing that came to my attention when I thought it was going to be a dry week, and that is the Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. What a title. Too long, in my opinion. The release date was accidentally leaked. Can you guys guess by who?
Konami? I don't know.
PlayStation.
Yeah, by PlayStation. So the PlayStation Store accidentally had the game up, and we got to see that the game will be releasing supposedly August 28th of this year. So a lot of questions have been getting asked of when is this game coming out, because they just say 2025 with no actual window. But now I guess we know, so people can, if you're excited for that type of game, you can start saving up. You've got quite a while for it. Otherwise, yeah, that's all that came out from the gaming news that I have to share.
Oh yeah. All right, Kojo, you got anything?
Just to add on to that, yes, it was. I don't know if you, well, you didn't mention it, but I don't know if this was implied in what you were saying, Maxwell. But yes, it was leaked. But like an hour or two later, they dropped the official trailer, which showed the release date. So wasn't really big harm done.
I think that was just a saving grace, though.
But yeah, that's that. I just wanted to add that. I have no news this week.
All right, so where? Any news I have, I guess, is I'm loving the hate of I haven't even seen the trailers and stuff, but I'm loving the hate on the new Apex Legends update that's coming, or I don't know if it's already arrived. But yeah, interesting shit. I need to actually watch the trailer and see why people are so disappointed. Yo, all these videos on YouTube just like, yeah, no, this game's dead, bro. It's done. It's like, oh, okay. But we'll see Ace who come back. But anyways. All right, moving on to the gaming corner. Do you guys have any interesting releases, Kojo?
Just one of note, and that's Maxwell alluded to it earlier, and that's Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, PC, PS5, Xbox Series X action RPG game, February 4th, 2025. Maxwell, seen as Maxwell has been consuming content, I think he knows what the Metacritic score already is. Tammy, what do you think it is?
86.
86? Okay, Maxwell, tell him.
I have no idea. I just know it's been positively received. I'm gonna guess 92.
Tammy was the closest. It's currently sitting at an 88.
How is he closer? Wait, okay, my bad. My math is terrible.
Next up is a game called Rift of the Necrodancer, PC. It's a rhythm game, Tommy.
Terrible.
Released on February 5th, 2025. Currently sitting at an 80 on Metacritic. And lastly, it's a game called Big Helmet Heroes. It's a beat 'em up, PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch. February 6th, 2025. Currently sitting at a 61 on Metacritic. And yeah, that is it for my releases of the week. Tammy, if you don't have anything, then we'll just throw it to Maxwell.
First of all, what's a beat 'em up game? What the fuck? What is that?
Basically, it's like, you know, Streets of Rage.
No,
You, huh?
a nigga, I live in the streets of rage. Fuck you mean? But
Max, you know what a beat 'em up is, right? Please tell me you do.
it's like WWE.
Obviously, I do. No, Tommy, it's schooling game. You are fighting where you can attack enemies. Where basically, it's games where imagine you were doing WWE style, but instead of being in an arena, you are scrolling through a level, a 2D, almost 2D level or fake 3D level where it's scrolling sideways and enemies are coming into the screen. They have small health bars. You fight them off and kill them, and then you continue across the level until you reach the end of a level, and then there's a boss who you fight off as well, and you also have a health bar, so you can get killed off and you lose, or whenever you beat up the amount of enemies on the screen, you move on to the screen continues scrolling.
So that's basically like that old Tekken arcade mode, where if you just spam Yoshimitsu, bro, you can get to the end. Yeah. Okay.
And then chicken would be falling through, and then the announcer would be like, chicken.
Yo, that makes me want to play fucking Metal Slug.
Yes, so it's like that.
Sorry, because, you know, to get more. I bet. Stupid, thing for. Okay, but anyways. On to you, Max. I have nothing.
Alright, so I've got 3 things for Mitsu, as they would say. First thing, the multiverses server are shutting down. We missed out on this last week, but I believe they're shutting down in May of this year. Or I could be wrong with which month. I don't think it really matters all that much because people have been hating on multiverses, but now that the servers are going to be shutting down, supposedly the game has improved. And I guess it's one of those things where maybe somebody in the higher ups was like, no, we want the game to be this way, and the developers was like, it's gonna kill the game, and they were like, I don't care, this is how it should be. And they're like, alright, cool. And now that the game's dying, the developers have free reign to do what they want, and now they are listening to fan complaints as opposed to trying to please some suit and tie. That's the only reasoning I can think of why the game is suddenly improving now, because Warner Bros have given up on it and they don't think it's going to survive. Some people are thinking maybe this is going to create a comeback of then like, oh, hold on, we're not anymore shutting down. But other people, I think, have rightly pointed out that not enough is being done to convince players to come back. So this is the slow march to the end. So enjoy this game as much as you can while it's still there. Servers are going to be shutting down, although supposedly it'll still be available offline. I don't know what the hell somebody would be doing offline on that game, but whatever. If that's your shit, if that's your shtick, power to you. Then the other thing is, you guys remember Resident Evil Reverse, or was it Resident Evil RE-verse? I don't know what the fuck it was. Or Resident Evil Verse.
I know Re-Village. What?
Yes, I remember RE-verse. I played it.
Well, it is shutting down as well. And I believe it's also in May. I could be wrong once again with a month. I don't know. I just think these games with servers shutting down is like, yeah, is anybody really surprised? And is anybody really going to miss these things? But yeah, that's my gaming corner contribution. Then I want to just touch upon Kingdom Come Deliverance, where basically this game is, from what I've been seeing, is so hyper realistic. It has me wondering, where do we draw the line between a fun game to enjoy versus a hyper realistic game? And examples of what I can give about hyper realism, where you guys can say, nah, I love that shit, I want that, versus, yeah, that sounds way too much, is firstly the saving mechanism. You can only save in the game if you sleep on a bed that you own, and that owning a bed falls under a category like if you go to a tavern or something and then you rent a room and then you go to sleep, you can save, or there's an item you need to purchase for you to be able to save. And the problem with that is, so on the surface that sounds great, but the problem with that is with how much work you put into, and if you die between saves, that's a lot of hours lost, where I'm just like, yeah. So supposedly there's a workaround through that, where there's a save and quit feature where you can just save and then quit the game. But then I'm like, if you've got a save and quit feature, why don't they just put a normal save as feature? I don't get the workaround of that. But that's the first example about the hyperrealism, or the less gamification of the game. The second example is you are expected to smith out your own weapons. And it's not like Elder Scroll type of smithing where you just have a screen and you have things you press. No, it puts you through the whole actual smithing process of forging the blade.
That's fucking cool.
See, it sounds cool. But then if you fuck up, the smithing process is an actual process, first of all. And second of all, the quality of your weapon can actually come out poorly, which affects how your game is going to play. So if you're a shit smith.
I love that.
So that's a second example. A third example is you can be sneaking and guards can actually smell you because you haven't had a bath in a while. There's a clip of a guy who's sneaking and tries to kill a guard, and then the guard smells him like, what in the world is that stench? And turns around and sees you.
That's nice, bro. That's fucking sick.
You see, and that's the thing where I'm like, some of these sound great, but then when you put them into practice, there will be an annoyance because you're expected now to have a bath regularly. Whether that's every day or that's every so often, I don't know how long it takes your character to stink up, but you're expected in the game to take a bath. And for me, this is where it starts getting irritating, where it's like, if you can skip these scenes, like, okay, you're supposed to take a bath and you can go to the river and then it skips the scene of you taking a bath and then on you go again, like it's a 5-second process, then cool, I don't mind. Or if it's one of those things of you have to go through the bathing process but there's a button to skip the entire thing, then cool, I don't mind. But then if you have to sit through all of that, it's just like, nah. Like the blacksmithing stuff to me sounds like a pain in the ass. Like in the first couple of weapons I make, I'll be like, this is fun. But by the 100th weapon I'm making, I'm like, bruh, I don't want to do this. I'm not even going to blacksmith. I'm probably just going to be stealing other people's weapons.
Okay.
I suppose it's like Red Dead Redemption, but medieval.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but it's also to say like, not to say that Elden Ring or any of the Souls games has something that's difficult, but going back to the save thing, that's Souls. Like if you've played a Souls game, you'll be chilled. If it's the whole you stink too much, this and this.
But the Souls game, they are checkpoints, they are bonfires. So progressively along the story, you will find an opportunity to save, and the game is designed around you dying. Kingdom Come Deliverance is if you die, that's your own hubris. The game is not there trying to hold your hand saying, well, you're supposed to be able to save on this point, or we gave you an opportunity to save on this point. It's like, nah, if you don't have the awareness of mind to save, you're fucked.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, the one thing that I think is a downside for me is the whole smell feature, because I mean, that's stupid. But I mean, it sounds cool, but it sounds cool in the sense of like it's realism. But yeah, it's dumb. What the fuck?
The hyper realism of it is exactly my issue thereof. Some stuff sound like a good idea, but there will just be an annoyance as a feature in gaming, and that's why I'm like, where do you draw the line where you still have to remember this is a game, it's not a simulator, it's not a medieval simulator. And like what you said, smelling, it's like, bruh, in the medieval time, do we really honestly believe they were taking enough baths for them not to smell? Like the entire castle was probably smelling like a pigsty. So how are they going to smell you? Because I believe it's like in the 1800s or 1900 when we had modern cars after the 4T model, people would have a bath like once a week. I mean, we had the Black Plague, the Black Death, because of sanitary reasons. People took showers like once every 6 months or something like that. And that's what helped the Black Plague spread. Rats spreading infestation because people were just dirty like that. So it's things like that where I look at Kingdom Come Deliverance where I'm like, that seems cool, but I hope you can turn off those features. Because I think if you can turn off those features, then I think it's probably a great game. But if you're stuck with them, I'm like, nah, let me choose how hyper realistic I want the game to be. Hopefully there's that options in the menu where you can tweak certain things, or maybe modders will come in and say, okay guys, we'll let you decide what you want to keep on versus what you want to turn off. Yeah, that's my Kingdom Come Deliverance spiel.
Oh wait, Kojo, anything from you, bro? You good?
Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 was a game that went under a lot of people's radars. It's a bit of a sleeper, but I even call it a hit. It was a sleeper game that a lot of people took to because a number of people took to because of these features, and a lot of people didn't take to because of these features. So the first game, if you didn't like the first game, you're going to hate the second game, because the developers, not only because they heard the criticisms, not only did they hear the criticisms, but they doubled down on the features. So it's more realistic than the first one, as far as I know.
Is it the first one or the second one where you can die by just staying start game?
That is the first one I remember, I believe, where if you get locked up in jail, you die.
No, like, because I saw somebody, I didn't know which of the two games it was, but I saw somebody start the game and then they died at childbirth.
Oh, that I don't know. I just remember the whole thing of if you get locked up in jail in the beginning of the game, you die in the first game and the game ends. I don't know about the childbirth thing.
Yeah, because it was apparently like you have a 1 in something chance of when you press start game, you immediately die, because back in those days, not all kids survived childhood. So it's like there's a storyline where when you press play, where it gives you about you growing up, and then this person had their character who had a crush on a girl when they were like 6 years old or something. No, I think they had two. One was them dying at childbirth, like literally they're born and they died. Then the other one was the character had a crush on a girl, and the girl fell in the river, and then he dived into the river to save her, and he couldn't swim, and then he died. And the dude hadn't even started the game yet. He was just reading the story.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it seems random.
Yeah, but anyway, let me continue. Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 is a game that I actually own, but I was never interested. No offense to the developers, Warhorse, no offense to them, and the publishers, Deep Silver, I think. I think Warhorse have done a great job with this game franchise, new IP-ish. The second game, I put it on my list as potential game of the year in the New Year's episode. And they've done an amazing job. It's bigger and better than the first game. Everybody loves it more than they love the first game, but I am not it's just not for me. It's just this game, and if you read or watch reviews, a lot of reviews will say this game will put off a lot of people because of the way it is. The developers are not trying to cater to everybody. They have a vision for their game, and that's what they made. If you like it, cool. If not, that's fine too. And I remember before this game came out, when there's a reviewer called Skill Up, and he made a review of the first game. And I didn't watch the review, but I read the title. And I think the title of the review sums up this game so well. And he called it, the review was Kingdom Come Deliverance, an analog experience in a digital age. And I'm like, damn, that is a brilliant summation of the game. That is genius. Because that's exactly what this game is. This game, to me, it just feels antiquated. Like, Battle mentioned a lot of things that, you know, the smithing, the thing. Also, potions. If you want to make potions, you have to grab, you know, seeds from the bag. You have to grind them with your mortar and pestle. You have to, yes, yeah. But The main thing that puts me off this game is not even the realistic stuff. The one thing that doesn't really draw me to this game is the combat. Because the combat just looks clunky and not fluid, and the combat just isn't, it doesn't look like it's for me. But a lot of people are taken to this game. Like, I've been watching a lot of people play this game on Twitch. It had 200,000 viewers on Twitch at some point, over 200,000 viewers on Twitch at some point. This game is a big hit. I'm happy for the developers. Warhorse, I think they're Polish. I could be wrong, but I think they're a Polish studio. Happy for them. Want to see what they do in the future, even though they just released this game. But I don't want to rant too long. I just want to say I do agree with Maxwell in certain aspects. Tommy, you said this game. Did you play it on Epic Game Store all those years ago? The first one.
The fuck? I don't know. I think it was like Chivalry. I don't know.
It's not Chivalry. Same vibes, but it's not Chivalry.
Nah.
Go check your thing. You might have to it because I have it on my Epic Game Store. It's for who it is for, if that makes sense. You get me? And again, like Maxwell said, it's doing numbers. 88 on Metacritic. Apparently, the game made its money back in one day, according to the developers.
Which is good.
It's amazing. I'm so happy for them. I'm happy for them. And I want to see what they do more, in the future. But, are they going to stick with this type of thing? I don't know if they said, I think maybe they said this was the last game in the Kingdom Come franchise. I could be wrong. I could have misheard, but yeah. Anyway, I've rambled for too long. That's my piece. Yeah, I'm done.
All right, so wait. Yeah, no, I don't have it. I have manual. I mean, that's also like, I wouldn't say too hyper realistic, but hey, it's annoying. Fam, yes, it's when it rains and you're farming, it just goes to shit. But anyways, yeah, that brings us to the halfway point. If you're enjoying this so far, please do leave a like and subscribe. And let's continue. Content creation side, I mean, the Grammys just happened. Kind of nuts. Pokemon were there. People had their beef about like, why are you there? You ain't even that important. Blah. Shout out to them, I guess. Shout out to Taylor Swift even shouting Kaiser out as well. This man's just making rounds, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, the only other thing I want to mention on the content creator side is starting on February 12th, NASA is going to be live streaming on Twitch from the International Space Station. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm hoping to see a lot of flat earthers come into the chats and say some shit, and just be proven wrong, and see the whole debate of, yo, no, you guys are just in a basement somewhere. So yeah, that should be interesting. That's pretty much really. Kojo, anything from your side, bro?
No content creator news from me this time.
No way. Max?
Just two random things. First of all, with regards to what you said about streamers being at the Grammys, I get where people are coming from, but I've just gone to the point where I'm like, these things are just for people with money. If you have money, you can afford to go to these things. That's really it. I mean, there was fucking, what's his name? Keith Lee or whatever his name is. Like, what the fuck do you do except eat food in the car? And I know a lot of people are going to get upset at me and like, nah, he's influential, blah, blah. I don't get it. He just fucking eats food and gives his opinion. There's nothing special about that.
I've hated him day one.
So, and then, yeah, you've got Pokemon, you got Kaisenats. It's just people with money either being invited or purchasing tickets to these events and going there and then feeling important when they're not really that relevant.
Facts.
But before I go on a spiel about that, what the fuck was the second thing I wanted to mention? Content creator, yes. Remember last week when I was talking about Kai Cenat and his cronies bullying a robot?
Oh, yeah.
I found out after the fact that amongst those guys, Phantom, who I complained was 27, has kids of his own. So this is a grown-ass man behaving like a child we're expecting him to raise children. Like, what the fuck is up with that?
I'm not even surprised, to be honest. Like, yeah, I don't know. He's always just been weird.
Yeah, it pisses me off the people the internet just want to support. There are other people who are mature, need support, more deserving and all of that, and people want to flock to degenerates. And I don't mind being the guy to call him a degenerate. Like, that's degenerate behavior.
Facts.
You're almost hitting 30s and you're acting like a child. And we're supposed to look at you to raise those children. Hopefully your baby mamas are a whole level better than you. Because if they're not, then those children have no hope. I feel bad for the kids. And people be like, no, he might be a fun dad. Like, yeah, when your child is 2 or 3 and doesn't know better, it's great to have a fun parent. But by the time they're now developing into adults themselves, when they're hitting their teenage years, when they need guidance, you are not the source for that guidance because you're a bloody child just like them. You're probably just going to make them degenerate adults.
Mm-hmm.
That's my random rant on that bit. And content creator, that's all I really have to share. That's all she wrote.
Okay,
Right. Yes.
I forgot something.
Tell us.
Tell me you like tea, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this might not be TT, but it involves one of your favorite things. What?
One of my favorite things, food.
No, streamers getting banned.
Oh, okay.
So there's a streamer, I don't know if you heard of her, called It's Katchii,
Yeah, it's Katchii. Mm-hmm.
who blew up
Yeah.
over the past 5 months. I think because she was on OTKs, the next streamer they had, I forgot what it was called, but it was the next big streamer or the next streamer. It was one of those streaming events, and I don't know if she won that or she made it to the top, whatever, but she's been known to hit the sauce, if you know what I mean.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And act a little irregular and sometimes, a little too much. And people have called it out, but this time it came to a head where they were at a Lunar New Year event hosted by OTK, One True King, the organization. And It's Katchii pulled an Elon Musk. So basically she did the thingamajig. I don't know if I can say it or not. She did the Roman salute, quote unquote. You guys know what I mean. She pulled an Elon Musk.
Yeah, we got you. Yeah.
And she got banned for it, and people on the internet were split. People were like, oh, so it's cool to act like a Nazi nowadays. Did I miss the memo? And then people were like, oh, they're banning the video, or the video was taken down off LSF, which is a live stream fails subreddit, which is everything to do with streaming. And people are saying Emery's mods are banning people for clipping this, and then other people are like, look guys, it's a joke. It's just a joke. Like, come on. Like, why are we getting all up in arms? Whatever.
The joke thing is so dumb.
Still water run deep.
Just because it's a joke does not make it okay, because you're now becoming tolerant or accepting of degeneracy. Like, oh, okay, so by that virtue, let me make grape jokes. Let me make Drake jokes. And by Drake jokes, I don't mean pointed at him. I mean the subject matter. Kids diddling. Let me make those type of jokes because, hey, it's just a joke. Like, nah, there's a time and place for jokes. If you're a stand-up comedian, that's your art. You're expected to make jokes. If you're in an environment where it's relaxed and people are coming to see you for jokes, cool. But then choose the time and the place. Jokes are only as good as they are when they're delivered with thought. When you just ham-fistedly doing them, there's nothing funny about them. So you going out there claiming to do a Roman salute is just basically saying, guys, let's not take Nazism that seriously. And I'm not saying Musk is a Nazi. Oops, I said the word. But I am saying these are sensitive topics which have real bearing, where you need to pick your moments instead of running around being an idiot.
So she said on Discord, her apology, this was her apology, and I quote, it's pretty long, but I'm going to speed through it. So she said, and I quote,
"No ukulele."
No, that took me a while to get. But yes, no ukulele this time, unfortunately. But yeah, this is what she said, and I quote: "What I did was stupid, and if there's even anything I learned from this, it's that I cannot handle alcohol even in the slightest. I'm quitting. I was anxious and thought I'd be boring, but it led to that, so I just can't." Sad face. "I don't remember anything after sitting down at hibachi. I was trying to be funny, question mark, question mark, question mark, but obviously I was insensitive and just plain dumb. I'm obviously not an N-word." Actually, there are too many N-words, so I'm just going to say it. "I'm obviously not a Nazi or a racist. WTF. I don't even comprehend how there are people alive who genuinely hate others just because of the way they were born. Now that I'm a quote-unquote public figure, I should be more responsible with what I say and do. Again, this is also new to me, and I don't say much about it, but damn, it is hard being online, especially when you're constantly compared and criticized for every single thing you do. I don't want to give an excuse, but it won't happen again. I'm sorry." And then I think this was before she got banned, because then she got banned and then she captioned the ban, because there's a Twitch channel called Streamer Bans that just, I think it's automated that, oh, when somebody gets banned, it tweets out, oh, this person got banned. So she captioned that and she said, "Deserved." And she said, and I quote, "Deserved. That was completely unacceptable and insensitive. It's not funny. It's not a joke, and it shouldn't be normalized. I also realize I cannot handle alcohol in the slightest. I'm quitting. Taking this time to reflect and be more mindful of my actions and the impact they have. To anyone I offended or disappointed, I'm sorry, sad face. See you in 7 days," end quote. So yeah, that is the It's Katchii situation. Maxwell, when I was looking for the tweet, you already gave your opinion. Anything else to add about her apology? Oh, before I get there. So people have said, because again, this isn't the first time she's gotten drunk and off the hook. So people have told her, I think even people around her have been like, "Yo, you're a public figure now. You're a big streamer now. You have to watch what you do." You know? And people online were saying the same thing, like, "Yo, she's been told this many times. And it's only sinking in now." So I don't know. So yeah, that's my opinion. Maxwell, tell me anything else to add.
She went the route of blaming it on the alcohol. Second fact is, I don't think she's a racist, or a Nazi or whatever, but I do think she doesn't take the subject matter seriously, because, like they always say, alcohol brings out your true self because it makes it uninhibits you. So basically, it takes out your filter. It stops you from thinking, and you just act out. So I don't think she's a Nazi, but I do think she doesn't really take all the subject matters that seriously, that she's dismissive of it, and that's what has her able to do something like that. Because, like, I think of myself, there's a lot of things I'll do when I'm drunk, but I'm not going to go out there and do a Roman salute, and I'm using quote unquote it's actually a Nazi salute, because to me that's just not funny. Like that other stupid stuff which I'll do, but then that goes back to my personality. So there's certain things I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do this, versus other things I'm like, yeah, I could see myself doing that. And however drunk I am, I'm not going to do a Roman salute, because I've been drunk many times before. I've done a lot of stupid things in the past before, but every single thing I can think of, I've never once done anything associated with Nazism. And I'm not saying, oh, it's because I take it seriously or something like that. It's like, no, because for me, I just look at that, I'm like, nah, that's not a play around field. So for her, how I look at it, I don't think she's one, and I don't think she tolerates such people, but I do think she's dismissive of the topic. That's how I view it. Like the same way when you get somebody who does some racist shit when they're drunk, it's like, I don't think they're racist. Like, like, I don't know if you guys recently saw the whole thing of Conor McGregor going on a Twitter spiel, going nigger this, nigger that, and then he deleted his tweet. Where I don't think Conor McGregor is racist. I just think he doesn't take the subject matter seriously. Especially him being Irish, where he hasn't grown up in that environment, so he doesn't think it's all that deep. It's like, when you get South Americans who are going on there tweeting things like, I think it was Alvarez or somebody else, I forgot what his name was, but it's usually UFC fighters, funny enough. who go about tweeting nigga this, nigga that, and then after the fact they're like, oh, sorry, I was drunk. That's like, I don't think you're racist. I just think you're belligerent.
No, I was just going to say, yeah, that's it for my content creator side.
All right, so for me, yeah, so I didn't know about the article and all that happened, but I don't feel sorry, because it's still one of those things where I know she's watched other content creators go off the rails, and she probably was on the opinion of like, no, they should get banned, this and this and this, and now it turns on to her, and now she has all these excuses. It's just like, look, you got lost in the sauce. All right, now that this fame of you being on, most likely to succeed stream or whatever type shit with OTK, it's like you lost yourself for like 2 seconds, for like however many days of fame you have. But now it's like, understand what you got to do. Same shit. Like, you ain't nobody new. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, let's stop excusing people for having their first mistake once they hit it big. Like, fuck that shit, bro. If you fail, you fail. It is what it is. Like, don't come back. Don't get unbanned. I don't know. But anyways, that's just my hatred. Moving on then to eSports. Mine's pretty short. So giving you guys the updates on the MDI, which is the World of Warcraft Mythic Dungeons Invitation. So amazing things have been happening. The dungeons that are being rotated within this is Dawn, Necrotic Wake, and Siege of Borealis. The last two are dungeons I've personally played. Dawn is from the new expansion, so I don't think I've ever played this. But anyways, currently as it stands, we have Team Mandatory, which are number 1 currently on the roster. They did a Mythic 19 on Dawn, beating it within 29 minutes and 35 seconds. On Necrotic Wake, they did a Mythic 20 and finished it in 32 minutes and 2 seconds. Lastly, on Siege of Borealis, they did a Mythic 19 with 32 minutes and 7 seconds, winning them a total of 58 points, currently standing in the tournament. And that wraps up Group A of Day 3. So they're likely going to move forward to Group B. Group B, we're going to start seeing quite a lot of other teams as well. The OGs like Echo coming through and pulling insane dungeon times. I don't think they will even exceed 25 minutes, but we'll see. Echo does amazing shit. Anyways, the other teams that are in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in respective order is No Speaky, Shiny Unicorns, and Firma Wand. I won't give you their times because it doesn't matter. Anyways, yeah, so just to remind you again, the regions that will be playing in the MDI is US, EU, TW, KR, and CN. TW is Taiwan and CN is China. Anyways, team size will be 5 players within a dungeon. Players in the match is obviously 5, because yeah, it's a team of 5 players in a match, and the prize pool sits at $260,000, which isn't much because I mean it's an MDI, everyone's playing from their home, so chilled vibes. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for esports from my side. Kojo, anything for you?
Yee. So last week I said I will have a couple of things for you guys this week, and I am true to my word. The first one is Tommy Get Hyped. You know what it is?
No. Oh god damn. Okay.
Yeah, stay with me, Tommy. Apex.
Ape sex, bro. Nah, I'm all right.
So the ALGS took place this past weekend. It took place, as I was said, in Sapporo, Japan. And I said it before in the previous episode. And it was a big event. I think this was the biggest ALGS event in ALGS history. And, 40 teams entered. Only 20 teams made it to Match Point Sunday. And when we got to Match Point Sunday, 9 teams, when it got to the final map, 9 teams hit Match Point eligibility, but a team called Go Next, which nobody expected, from EME, representing EMEA, they took home the win. So they take home $600,000, and then the second team was Alliance. Team Falcons was 3rd. Shopify Rebellion, which was previously Moist, came 4th, and Virtuous Pro came 5th. So good on Go Next, good on Shopify, and yeah, it was a good I didn't watch all of it because time zone, but I was able to watch the match point final, the final match. It was pretty cool. So that's the one thing. The other thing is Call of Duty League, CDL. So the CDL had their Major 1 tournament in Madrid, Spain. And, I'm not going to go through the whole tournament, but at the end, for the tournament win, it came down to LA Thieves versus the Juggernauts that are Atlanta FaZe. LA Thieves are also Juggernauts, but I think the best team is, everybody will say the best team is Atlanta FaZe. And it came down to the final round of Game 7, because the finals is best of 7. So it came down to the final 7th match and the final round. So it was like, at the very end. And LA Thieves unfortunately lost to Atlanta FaZe. So winning the tournament, Atlanta FaZe has received 100 Call of Duty League points going into other tournaments, I believe, and $150,000. So good on Atlanta FaZe. And as I was searching for the Katchii apology, breaking news, kind of, sort of. So the Take-Two earnings report has come out, and this is what people have latched on to, and I quote, "Looking ahead, this calendar year is shaping up to be one of the strongest ever for Take-Two, as we plan to launch Sid Meier's Civilization 7 on February 11th, Mafia: The Old Country in the summer, Grand Theft Auto 6 in the fall, and Borderlands 4." End quote. And people obviously latched on to the Grand Theft Auto one because people are like, yes, it hasn't been delayed, and yes, it's confirmed that it's coming in the fall. So yeah, it's coming. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Now, when is fall for these people?
Maxwell knows.
Oh, okay. When is fall, Maxwell, for these people?
Roughly between September to November.
Okay, I have time to save up. Nice.
Do you have a console?
Yeah, I'm gonna save up for one.
Oh, I thought you were gonna save up for the game. Okay.
Well, that too.
Yeah. Okay.
I too will save up for a console, and it's not for GTA.
Yeah, because you're a square.
Nah, I'm a rectangle.
First thing I get with my fucking console, bro, I'm finishing Spider-Man.
About time.
Hey, dog.
I said my backlog is so good, I'm excited.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, same.
I'm gonna be glued to the couch, bro. Fucking yo.
But anyway.
Oh my gosh, guys! Oh my god! If we all get PS5, oh my god.
Anyway, yeah, that's it for my esports and the breaking news.
God's plan. Max, anything from you, bro?
Nope.
Alright. Then to the listeners, to any of you who watch the stream, please advise how the fuck I'm gonna finish that expedition. Like, I'm at the point now where I'm just gonna quit, to be honest. I didn't think expeditions were this long, number one. Two, you also the pandemonium and bullshit I went through, bro. Like, I can't. It's so resource not intensive, because the resources are lack thereof. But like, yeah, I'm willing to quit. So if any of y'all play No Man's Sky, please just motivate me on why I should even continue in this expedition. I'm tired, bro. Jesus Christ. I didn't even finish the Normandy one to get that fucking Mass Effect ship or whatever. I didn't even finish that because that also just took way too long. So I missed me, bro. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for listening. Once again, it's been your boy, Tom Zero from X to Skip, with Maxwell and Kid Co Jeezy. And we'll check you guys in the next episode. Be good, stay frosty, and spray some mosquito repellent, I think. Anyways, peace out.